Hello everybody. We're back again. This time it's episode 4. We haven't gotten cancelled yet.
Cancel culture does not exist in offside and out of bounds.
Yep.
Oh,
You
that's
can
the name
try.
of it?
You can try.
There might be a mute button, but you ain't getting canceled.
Welcome everybody. We're back for episode 4. Rich here. Chidikule, how you doing?
They disappointed that we in international break. As I said, I'm not a big fan, although I like certain teams to play well and I like to see certain teams, but I'm not a fan of international break. And do you remember what I said last week? Why I don't like international break?
Don't get me to cue up the violent music.
Do you understand why I hate international break? Because there are always injuries.
Talk to me. Yeah,
There are always
injuries.
injuries.
Oh, I won't cue up.
Two of my players are injured and we have games.
Actually, this is what I'll play. You know what this is?
Oh, the world's smallest violin? Yeah.
The world's smallest violin.
The world's smallest violin. Yeah.
Oh, I had a great joke, but we just talked about getting canceled. Nope.
I mean, you just said we can't get cancelled. So
we said we'd be on hiatus, but we can't. Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
Stay focused. I know. Stay focused. Okay.
Yankee boy, what's going on with you?
Man, listen. We are just trying to get through this September baseball, which I argue is the greatest time of the year. And
by the way, hold up. It's 2-0 Jamaica now.
What?
2-0 Jamaica. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I argue the greatest time of year, September baseball, but tonight is not good. Tonight's not a good. Yes, as we speak.
Where you are in the table?
We
going on
are
as we speak?
second place in the AL East. We are 2 games behind Toronto for the lead, and we are about a game and a half ahead of Boston. So 2 games behind Toronto for the lead, a game and a half behind Boston. This is the division. And then we're
Ahead of
leading
Boston.
the wild card. We're leading the wild card round. My concern with the wild card, even though it's necessary, I think it's brilliant, but I hate that it's a 1-game playoff in the wild card. I'm not a fan of that. Actually, no. I am a fan of it when the Yankees win. When they lose in the 1-game round, I think it's a joke. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
So, the Dodgers is going to be ready, but this is the best time of year, September baseball. Excuse me, sir. My Yankees have more championships than Arsenal. Than Liverpool has letters in their name.
That was fighting words.
Wait, I don't think so. I really don't give a shit about you. But that don't say Jack. That makes absolutely no sense. Well, Liverpool.
Don't give my Yankees no tiny violin.
LIVERPOLFOOTBALLCLUB, who plays WHOPLAYSATANFIELD. Boom, we win.
What the hell? What did you type out? You never walk alone?
I did.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
We got that too.
That's right. I'm spelling things now.
The space between each word counts as characters.
That does count. Okay.
There you go.
Still got more.
So what we got going on this week? This week what we have not much of an international roundup. Not much of a roundup, sorry, because it's international break. Not much going on there. We will hear a little more about them Yankees. No, I don't think so. We heard enough already. Yankee boy is actually going to be leading the content for us tonight. There are a couple of things that he wants to talk about that we think, hey, that makes sense. Let's talk about it. And we wrap up tonight with the competition that I won last week. Dad jokes. I won 2 weeks in a row.
Did you win?
Did you win? Wait. Did you win?
I totally did.
Yeah. I think he's self-proclaiming win. I don't think he won. I think I won.
I totally won that joke.
You are colonizing dad jokes.
The second time running.
Colonizing dad jokes.
The second time running, I won dad jokes.
So.
No.
Where's your flag? You're just planting your flag.
There
on
should
dad
be a
jokes.
vote.
That's not flag.
You just plant. No, your flag. You're just planting your flag. I am king of
flag.
dad jokes.
Yeah, that's not flag.
Listen.
All right. International break. I swear I watched one game. Well, most of one game. That's Trinidad's game last week.
I watched that
haven't.
too.
Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of football at all. I saw the scores. I saw part of Brazil's game, the first game. I saw part.
I didn't
that.
even see it. I just saw that they won, but I didn't see it.
Haaland scored how much today?
5.
Haaland scored 5 today. Woohoo!
No, we scored 11.
11 goals today in a game.
11 to 1 as. I mean,
Well, it was what?
Moldova.
I think if you score like 11 goals in a game, the other team shouldn't score.
Mercy rule? Mercy rule?
No, not mercy rule. Like I think it's a bad thing if
they allowed one.
If you let a side score 1 goal. Think about it, Lamar. Like you're beating a team in football, American football. 49-3.
Yes.
49-3.
Yes.
No, you shouldn't. If I'm blowing you out, I'm blowing you out.
Should be 49-0. Should be 49-0.
It don't matter. Speaking as somebody who's been on the other end of mercy rule games in my high school baseball career, boy, I got stories. I will say, when you're down 14-0 and the pitcher gives up a grand slam as a varsity hit, the first varsity hit to the opposing guy, don't worry about that. That's another story. You're scoring runs for pride. You don't want to be shut out. So you're really going to try and score a run.
I think the other team should make sure that you don't score.
Well, that's what they do in football, you know. NFL, like when the scores are running up in the pros, they're like, "Yo, keep that shutout." And then
that's what they're supposed to do. So I don't feel I don't give Norway a lot for allowing Moldova to score 1.
Wow,
You scored 11. You scored 11 goals
in one game.
Yeah, that's what happened today.
That's what I'm saying. But you allowed the other team to score 1. Only if
they scored first.
Moldova scored first.
Do you celebrate if you scored 1? Do you like take off your shirt and slide?
Nah. No. You pick up the ball. No, you don't even pick up the ball. You just start running back. You don't even celebrate.
You're supposed to pick up the ball and run back with it. So
okay.
So like you fight, guys. We got one. We have him right where we want him, and we going back now and
just
try to score 10 more goals. So you gotta pick up that ball and run back with it.
10 more. We gotta get the streak going.
So you're running back.
How I think of it, right? If they can score 10, why can't we? What's stopping us from scoring? If they could do it, why can't we do it?
And you're on the same pitch.
Yeah. Same ball.
And it's the same game, right?
Ball,
same time of night.
Same pitch. 2-1 Trinidad.
Ah, boy.
2-1 Jamaica, sorry.
My game is a bit behind, so I just want to see how the goals scored. But
I have no
anyway,
idea.
as you see, just like with this Jamaica game, it's the same pitch. They scored 2. Why can't we? Who says this?
You're trying to say if Trinidad play Brazil?
I say right now, Trinidad play Brazil. If Brazil scored 3 in the first half, why we can't score 3 in the second half? Do you remember in the World Cup 2006 what we did to Sweden?
This goal might be offside.
Yeah, scored
both teams played on the same field. They didn't score. And
we didn't score. That it's possible.
What about if Trinidad has a baseball team and they play the Yankees?
So the Yankees would have to give an unfair advantage, and I think like Judge is right-handed, he would have to bat left-handed.
Why? Wait, they're checking for offside, by the way. Why? It's the same field, it's the same game. If the Yankees could score 11, Trinidad could score 11 too.
Based on the game that I'm watching tonight, it's very feasible that Trinidad can score 11 against.
Very possible.
It's very possible. I'm watching this game tonight, and I'm like, yeah.
Offside, Johnny. Offside.
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 Yeah. So.
But if they could score 2, then they could still score 2.
If they could score 1, they could score 2. Yeah. If they could score 2, they could score 4.
Exactly.
So is it, Johnny? Is it the end of the era with Messi retiring? I saw something that he retired,
not
right?
Yet. Nah, not yet. I think that was his last game for Argentina in Argentina. So that's why it was that big of a deal. Right, so it was the last game in front of the Buenos Aires crowd. So yeah, it was a big deal. Well, allegedly the last game, because you would expect that in the coming years, if he goes up until the World Cup, it's going to be his last World Cup, and this is the last World Cup qualifier in Argentina until, well, whenever again. So he may not play another game in Argentina. So it was a big deal. That's why all that retirement talk was coming out. But I don't think he's done just yet.
You think he played in the World Cup?
Yeah, no way he doesn't play. Like if he wasn't playing in the World Cup, there's no reason to play up till now. You retire after the last Copa America win, and you go out, you play MLS. If you
wants to
still
sure
playing now, it's because you want to do one more World Cup.
You want to make sure they get there.
Right. Yeah, and not play, Come on.
Yeah, why not? So, transfer market is still open, Lamar.
Is this?
Yes.
It closed September 1st with most European teams, but Turkey is open, so players could leave from traditional European teams and go to Turkey and other leagues where they're open. So, Manchester United's goalkeeper Onana left. He went on loan to Turkey. I don't think anybody else moved this week, right?
Nah, I think that was the most high-profile move.
Something we didn't talk about last week. Raheem Sterling.
Oh yeah. So remember we were talking about contracts and all of that. So Chelsea gives this guy, I think it was £325 a week.
25. He paying £325 a week.
£325 a week. That's what his contract is right now, right?
That's it.
I mean, that's it.
£325,000. £325,000 a week, right?
When we give the number like 325, it's implied that the thousands is behind.
Football jargon. Okay,
325,000.
Because you said 325, I'm like, what's that? $500 a week? That ain't no money. I have questions here. What y'all doing to people? What is it? What am I following?
Okay. You're right.
So but I thoroughly understand. Yes,
he's given a £335 a week contract, and now it had a lot of managers since then. Because I think when he came, I can't remember who was. I think it was Thomas Tuchel. Then it was Frank Lampard. Then it was who was before Maresca? Potter. I think Potter was in the mix there too for a minute. Potter and then Maresca. So that's at least 4 coaches. The coach right now doesn't favor him. He's not interested in him. So they basically told him to find a club. I saw something on Twitter saying he has 24 hours to find a club or have his contract terminated. So the person was like, wait, if your contract is terminated, normally what it is that they're going to pay you off for your contract, or both the player and the club is going to have some kind of agreement where they probably wouldn't get the full payoff, but a sizable amount. So the person was like, wait, so it's either he finds a club in 24 hours or he gets his 34 million off his contract and then becomes a free agent and is then able to find a club. It makes no sense. So Chelsea has no power in this situation. They don't want him, and he said, I don't want to go.
So they're just paying him.
Nobody is going to pay me £325 a week. So now he just sitting on the bench.
$325,000 a week.
He don't care.
To sit on the bench.
And he's not playing.
A week. And he's not even playing.
And he's okay with that?
He's not even playing.
Wait, you don't have a problem?
Well, wait, do you have a problem?
You mean you have a problem with that?
I have absolutely no objections to that whatsoever.
We don't hear him whining.
Maybe the tone in my question.
Oh, yes. The tone. Oh, yeah, okay. Right.
I'm like, he ain't got a problem with that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who has the problem is the club.
Yeah, the club.
Because they now have to pay a player for the next 2 years who they don't want, unless somebody comes and says, okay, we'll pay him £325 a week. Thousand.
Yeah. So so that's that. We had another fire.
That is what we do when they're on huge contract.
Yeah, our coach got fired today. The only black coach in the EPL got fired today.
We talked about this morning, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday. Nuno got fired. Not for performance though. It's a bad relationship he had with the owner. No, not Postecoglou. The owner, the Greek guy, whatever his name is, I can't pronounce it. Maka something. Yeah. So he had a bad relationship.
Hey,
with
this
him.
is that Greek guy he's like a mobster. He's like okay. I probably shouldn't say this, but he's not
like
probably a guy who came from the he I don't want to say criminal, but he might be that.
No, he gangster. No, he gangster.
Because the guy, he's like when what happened? They lost a game or they drew a game, and he went out onto the pitch and was berating the manager, the owner. He went out.
That was I telling about the man this morning. So is what a substitution with this guy, the substitution didn't happen. What's his name? Running the post. He ran into the post on the sideline, getting together. He gives the okay to the physio. He's like, yo, I can play. Physio is like, all right, he's good. He comes on, they substitute another player instead of him. Within 2 minutes, he's like, ow, I can't continue. So they had to play a man short. Of course,
because they didn't have any more subs.
Hindsight is 2020. Why didn't we take him off? Right? But you couldn't. There's nothing to do. You could. He gave you okay to play, so he has that. But I think the big move with him was what he did with Gibbs White and the transfer. So, they hit. He has a release clause, but there's a secret. Someone's like a secretive release clause, and somebody found the release clause and they're like, I don't know if agents talking like, yo, he has a release clause. Let's hit the release clause. They hit the number. We bid.
So remember the release clause where we was speaking about where you could basically buy out your contract.
Yes, right. The short night rule. Yes.
They hit that number. And he's like, he didn't even deny that they hit the release clause. He just didn't pay. He just ignored it. He's like, no, he's not going anywhere. He's like, he has a release clause. He never answered. He never said no, he doesn't have a release clause. Never said that.
So he's like, this is the owner?
The owner. Yeah.
So he's just gonna buck the tradition and keep him anyway. He doesn't want him to go.
Yeah,
I just said
nah. We're not selling him. I gave him a new contract.
Or you have the money? Nah. You paid it. Money.
We don't care. We're just not doing it.
I love it.
That's a Steinbrenner move. And he signed a new contract with them.
Yeah, he signed a new contract. So.
That's a Jerry Jones move, and then they'll trade him like they did. Hi, Michael Parsons, and then they'll trade him.
But the nice part about this, though, the interesting part about this thing is who they hired. They hire Ange Postecoglou. He is like a winning loser. So he's that coach. He's a winning loser. So
the guy took Tottenham Hotspurs to a win for the first time in 17 years.
He's 17 years. The first trophy in 17
years. The first trophy in 17 years. He won a trophy with them.
But this is a club that is 17th in the league.
Yeah. No. 16th.
16th in the league. 16th in the league. One spot above relegation. They almost got relegated.
Yeah. But he won a trophy.
And that trophy put them in Champions League.
What trophy did he win?
Europa.
Okay.
So the second Europa
so at the 16th seed, they won the Europa Cup?
No. Well, at the place 16. Wait, you could say 16th seed, yeah. Okay,
at the seed, but they were ranked, or they were in 16th place.
Yeah.
Right.
And they won Club Europa.
Yeah. Europa, because he was already in that competition from where they placed this season before that.
Yeah.
So, where you are the previous year, or how you performed, I think we discussed this, but I need to how you perform in certain cases the previous year determines whether or not you go into a playoff cup the next year.
Yes.
Yes. Essentially,
in European competitions.
Okay. So if you play badly, if you play badly this year, more than like you play no European football next year. But if you played good last year and you play badly this year, it doesn't matter because you're already qualified for the European Cup this year. So that's essentially what went on with them.
I think that is a rule that needs to be changed.
There's no way to change it, really.
Look how it worked out. It worked out good for Spurs, but bad for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Manchester United finished 15th place. No, yeah, 15th place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
15th place.
I think
Yes.
the last year they won. So they ended
15th.
up
They finished
14th.
15th. They
It's 15th?
finished 2 spots. Yeah, 2 spots above
Oh.
Spurs. They finished in
Above
15th
Vegas.
place, and Spurs beat Manchester United in the final of the competition. So if Manchester United had won that competition, they would have been playing in Champions League. But instead,
Yeah.
Spurs playing in Champions League.
Mhm.
So both sucked in the league, but because Spurs won Europa, they're inside.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad final because think of it this way: the 15th seed and the 16th seed made the NBA final.
Terrible
Like,
football.
Terrible.
We had an 8. I've seen 8. Yeah, it's a. Was it
terrible.
considered a good story?
No,
15th place.
it wasn't even a good story.
No, it wasn't a
It
good
was
story.
just-
It wasn't good.
It wasn't even a good. It's not, because they should not be that bad. If it was a team that hovers in that area and they made the final, it would be like, wow, they actually did this. Wow, they should be in at least the top 8 teams in the
Yeah.
league. So to be 15th, 16th was horrible. It was like the luck of the draw because they are like supposed to be like the top 8 in the league.
Mhm.
They have players of a certain caliber that in the competition they were playing in Europa, their team would usually be better than the opposition. Just because of the caliber of players that they have, money, everything would normally be better than the opposition, so they would just be able to beat them on any given day. They should beat them, and that's really the only reason why they made the final, because the other teams were just not as good as them, but they were not good at all. So
Yeah,
it was just bad all around. It was just bad.
And the placing, where they were, as they say, seated,
Yeah.
where they were, was reflective of the game. It was a terrible game.
I know, it was horrible.
Terrible.
And to
Terrible.
reiterate, they got in because of their performance last year.
The season before, yes.
Yeah, so
That's
because
why,
they
and it was
Yeah,
a crappy game, right? It wasn't a good game.
What a terrible game.
no,
Terrible.
but they won. But they won
a terrible game, which put them in Champions League now.
this year.
So the coach that made Spurs win that game was so bad. Even though he gave them their trophy, their first trophy in 17 years, they fired him anyway.
And now he's
Because
with the
They
mobster
didn't bring him
team.
on for him to finish in 16th place, even though
There
he
you
won
go.
the trophy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah.
how many in a year? 4 different tournaments.
Yeah,
Right.
He
4
said
different.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they won
Yeah.
one of them.
They
Yeah.
won one.
probably the only one that they would have been able to win. That was probably the only one. I mean, you could say Carabao Cup or FA Cup, but
And
that's
you
probably the
still
only
lost
one they
your
would have.
job. How you get
Yeah.
fired? How you get fired on your day off?
You're
He-
fired for doing a
He
good
had a
job.
whole
Doing a good job.
a whole celebratory parade, everything. Everything was.
Are you
they had a, they
serious?
win a trophy in first in
Yeah,
17
they won a
years.
trophy.
Parade, everything. He was part of the parade. Yes, he was part of the
So he-
parade. He did a speech.
And next
Yeah,
year
and
we're gonna do it again.
Yep, I
Not
think
you,
he
sir.
said that. I think he probably said that.
Next, you
think it-
settle down. Not you. You come.
Yeah, come. You gotta go.
The owner's like, yeah, you
And
should.
now, so now he's with the mobster owner.
The
He's
mobster
with the
wanna hire
mobster
him.
owner now.
Okay,
That would be very interesting.
that's a very. I like that look. I like
Yeah.
that look. What's his name? Give me his name again.
Ange Postecoglou.
What?
Ange,
He's
A-N-G-E,
Australian, I think.
is
I think he's
Australian
Australian.
with Greek heritage.
Okay.
Ange Postecoglou.
Okay. Ange,
So-
gotcha.
Ange, yeah. So, Yankee boy,
Yes, yes,
as I
yes.
said in the beginning, this is your episode. You
Oh.
picked what we're talking about today. So
My
go
heart
ahead.
my heart is full.
Go ahead.
So, as the people see you, as they're looking at this, you realize that the difference between your walls, your boxes, you two, and mine is that I don't have a backdrop of a football club. So this started from me saying last week or 2 weeks ago, you know what, I need a club. And Mr. Richard over here says, well, you got 2 weeks. I said, nah, this got to sit. I need this to what's the word? I need this to stew. I got to do some research on these clubs. I got to figure out who these people are. Your logos are cute. The stadiums are cute. You Never Walk Alone song is cute. But, I'm trying to gauge a little bit here, right? Randomly, I found a YouTube clip, and I think this is a real interesting topic. And it was, the title was, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like,
I'll put it up.
yes, why so many, that's black people, why so many black people support Arsenal, the support of Arsenal that they get from the black community in Northern London and in Africa. And I'm learning how this world of yours works, and I'm really intrigued by the stories, just the historical backgrounds of how cities are extensions, clubs are extensions of cities, and so forth. And one of the things that in that video, in that YouTube clip, one of the things they talked about was how London is a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multinational city. So if you have a team that reflects that, then the city embraces that part of the team, hence Arsenal. And there's a book out, shout out to the author of the book, I forget his name, first name is Clyde. Black Arsenal is called. So they profiled that in there. And then they got into just, I guess, the historical context of what it is, I guess, to play in a sport that's been in Europe, predominantly white dominated. And now here you are as a couple black players, a couple African players, African roots coming to Europe, being a part of these clubs. And now your presence can actually influence other black folks to be a part of the sport, right? What was the name we talked about earlier this morning, Richard?
Which name? Ian Wright.
Ian Wright.
Yeah.
That was the name that they mentioned. And the story reminds me, and then I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. We could talk about it. It reminds me of, I'm sorry if y'all can hear my dog. He's having a moment. It reminds me of what Red Auerbach, who's the old coach of the Boston Celtics, he told a story, or it was told in a story, that he was in Boston and he saw a couple black kids in Boston and they were wearing LA Laker jerseys. So you understand the significance of that.
Right.
How you from Boston rocking LA?
Right.
And the kids told them, they said, you, Red, are focused on the name on the front. We are focused on the name on the back. So they had like Magic Johnson, or they had Kareem, or they had Jamal Wilkes. And these are kids explaining this to Red Auerbach. Right? So again, I'm just trying to gauge and feel like, A, to your knowledge, what's that Arsenal story about? And then B, what's that story like in Europe as a whole, in the Premier League, in terms of people of color being like real fixtures, and then people of color in the communities in London taking on this team, primarily based off of a couple players here and there that, embody that team.
But so, as we spoke about it this morning, I didn't see it before. It was an interesting video you found because the first interesting piece was like how they identified Ian Wright as that guy, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I am old enough, I remember Ian Wright before Arsenal. Right, Ian Wright playing for Crystal Palace. I remember him playing in a FA Cup final against Manchester United. He was never a skilled player. He was just this hard-working, blue-collar guy, Crystal Palace, and then transfers happen. He ended up at Arsenal, and he built a career for himself at Arsenal. But I never saw him. Because at that time I was already Liverpool. I was Liverpool from since day one, but I never saw him as that representation of identifying with race, with him. So it was very interesting to see to for that piece where they talk about like he as the player, sort of like the genesis of the movement with Arsenal. But following Arsenal on the later stages, especially in the past 25 years, I say like with Thierry Henry, and one of the noticeable things about Arsenal is the amount of African support that they have.
Mm-hmm.
black support, African players. I think it's the most popular team probably in Africa.
Is Arsenal?
If you ask me,
I think only behind them probably will be Manchester United. I think that'll probably be the probably a close second behind them. They're pretty popular in Africa too.
Very popular, very popular. And what the current Arsenal, their fan base, what you described there is indicative with the fan culture online.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest fan base, content base in football, I think, is with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal fan TV.
Arsenal fan TV. It have no fan.
There's nothing
fan oriented show as big as that.
As big as that. They're huge. And a lot of it is basically called little black boys who got together. A lot of them children of immigrants.
Mm-hmm. And you can hear it in their accents.
You can hear it. A lot of Jamaican based Jamaican immigrants, African immigrants.
And then London, because of that melting pot, London have a twang that is theirs that also draws from Jamaican, all the different Caribbean islands. So the way how they talk, it is indicative of London. That's how London sounds.
Now, the football they play too goes
the
along
style
with
of play, you mean?
Style of play, yeah. So that's why it was interesting that they mentioned Ian Wright, because Ian Wright is not part of that culture of the modern, for me, that is this modern Arsenal football. Because at the time when Wenger came in, he phased out Ian Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Ian Wright is just this tough forward who is hardworking, just about grunt. That's what he is. With Arsene Wenger, this French guy who came in, brought this pretty football to Arsenal, bringing over black French players and African players to play pretty football. Thierry Henry.
How do you describe? I want to add on to that. How do you describe pretty football? How is that described? What's that like?
So the equivalent would be in football the St. Louis Rams.
Greatest show on turf.
Greatest show on turf. Greatest show on turf versus the Baltimore Ravens. 2000 Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
That was
big boom in defense. Yeah.
Big boom defense. Right. That's a big difference. So there's much, it's what's more
pleasing on the eye.
Right.
A lot more passing sequences, pretty quick passing movements, switch up play to one side to the next side quickly. So a lot of players taking on other players as opposed to being resolute in defense and waiting for the opportunity to counterattack. They take the game to you as opposed to waiting for you to come to them and then counterattack. They come at you, they attack you right now, and that's essentially when people say pretty football, good on the eye. Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
I imagine that type of football is faster.
Yeah, quick.
Yeah,
quick
passes. Yeah. So you have two basic philosophies in the game, right? One, you want to play with the ball, or two, you could play without the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Without the ball is I'm gonna let you come, you make the mistake, I'm gonna hit back at you.
Okay.
So I set up in a way for that to happen, right? Or you have I'm gonna come at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming at you. You look. So I'm on attack mode with you. So that's what we call pretty football as opposed to that. Now, they came in and they really under Arsene Wenger when he came to England. They played really attractive football, possession based. It's smooth. You watch some goals from Arsenal, dude. Back in the day.
I'll find some clips for you.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, as a Liverpool fan,
wow.
Yeah, they look
Wow.
good. They
Okay.
look good.
Okay.
I
Arsenal,
always like to watch Arsenal play football. I was never a fan, but I always like to watch them play.
Arsenal is a team like this. Again, in 19, I think it would have been 1988 or 89, Liverpool needed a draw on the last day to win the league.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal comes to Anfield and scores in the last minute to win the game. I didn't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Arsenal. it didn't. It like I'm okay. I'm okay with Arsenal winning. That Arsenal, that is, not now. I was okay with Arsenal winning because they represented something good about the game, something cool about the game. That's how they approached it. But even though they wasn't playing the pretty football yet, it was still a franchise that you liked with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I really like that piece with the focus on how they draw black talent out.
Yeah.
They draw black talent and black support in England. And not even, and they have a mix of supporters too, because you have the elites, so-called elites, the equivalent of the 1% Londoners. Like Piers Morgan is a huge Arsenal supporter.
That explains a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
That explains a lot.
Yes.
Piers Morgan is
huge. He
Arsenal
is like probably the biggest non-celebrity Arsenal fan out there.
Yeah.
There.
The video there. I mean, two things. Number one, the video there. You see who else is an Arsenal supporter?
Idris Elba.
Not even so much him. I saw that and I raised an eyebrow. And I was like, well, he's from England, so I guess okay. Spike Lee.
But he's African too.
Yes, he is.
He's African, right?
Spike Lee.
I didn't see him.
He was in that clip. But now, Spike from Brooklyn. I'm from. I was about to cuss. What you know about Arsenal, bro?
because and you know what I saw just yesterday he was on this guy has a podcast, Theo Walcott, and Spike Lee was on. Spike Lee was on it. Yeah.
Just Theo Walcott is a former Arsenal player.
So I guess it's the same thing you have with you know who's a Liverpool supporter? Dr. Dre.
Nice. Okay.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is a minority owner. Minority owner. So I think Snoop Dogg is also a Liverpool fan.
Okay. They ever gone to the games?
I don't know.
Probably at some point, yeah.
So I'm switching it a little bit, right? In baseball, in the 60s, there's your two leagues, American League and National League, and there was no more way to tell the leagues apart than during the All-Star games. So in the American League in the 60s, and it really stood out in the 60s, in the American League, the All-Star game is like Mickey Mantle, but in his last couple of years. I'm trying to think of some guys who would have made All-Star. Mickey Mantle would have made it towards the tail end of his career. Yogi Berra would have made it towards the tail end of his career. And it was one style of play in the American League. Then in the National League, you had, I don't even have to tell you the team or the positions. Just listen. On one team, Willie Mays, Roberto Clemente, Lou Brock, Hank Aaron, and Maury Wills. And Willie Mays told the story. He was like, yeah, the All-Star game is easy. Maury Wills bats first, I bat second, Clemente bats third, Aaron bats fourth. We're done in 2 hours. Game over. We're done. American League, Bob Gibson starts the pitch. Now, you see all these names I'm throwing. These are all the players of color. They all went to the National League. The National League was faster. The National League was, I'm not going to say prettier, but it was definitely faster. It was definitely more energetic. It definitely had a little bit more pizzazz to it. Because now there's the black players, and then there's the Latino players. There's Juan Marichal, and like I said, there's Clemente, and then there's all these other dudes. And is it a cultural thing? I wonder. Is just our style of athleticism prettier? It's just I wonder because it applies in other sports. In the ABA, while the NBA is going on, what made the ABA cool was that they played a lot more free. So I'm wondering if I'm just thinking about the connection of how it works in sports, where a club can attract black players, and then B, You're bringing in black players, and you're playing a style of game that kind of is a lot more exciting, right? Because it's just a new crop of folks who have a different style of athleticism, maybe something like that.
Or so just having the black players allows you to play differently.
I mean, we're gonna be careful with what we say here, but we're gonna be very careful. But again, now I'm really veering off. Ozzy Osbourne and them used to like the Latin guitarists because they hear the music notes different. So all those rock bands, there was always a Latin guitarist. They just hear the music different, right? But anyway, that's that. So I think we play different. Maybe there's a style of play it just evolves into something different, maybe. But here's the other piece, and then we can kind of wrap this up to an extent. In that same piece, they talked about this is a possible case. What would you say that this may be a cultural appropriation? Because now we know Arsenal. We know this now, and Arsenal's going to cater to that group. Are you culturally appropriating? I just wonder.
I mean that whole part about race was interesting to me because, like if that Arsenal team was around maybe when I started following football back in the 80s, the early 80s, I might have followed that team.
See, UNLV in basketball, the Running Rebels.
Right. But
no one disliked UNLV. They just played a style that was beastly. Go ahead, sorry.
So, no, but I followed Liverpool, who I didn't see a black player from, let's say, 80, 81, 82 as a kid until 1986.
That's crazy.
When John Barnes came on, I knew nothing about, and it didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I like who they played.
I think being from Trinidad also plays into that for us. Because I don't think we focus so much on the black parts so heavily. Because even with Manchester United fans in Trinidad, a lot of Manchester United fans in Trinidad are fans of Manchester because of Dwight York. Dwight York played for them, and I don't think it was because Dwight York is black. Dwight York is Trini. And we have a Trini playing for Manchester United, so all of we had to support Manchester United. So,
except me.
So right now, there's a generation of Manchester United supporters. There's a generation of supporters that are there because of Dwight York.
I'm making that point. That point is important to me. I remain loyal.
You was too big. You was too big at that point. You can't switch at that stage. You was not in the way. You was in your 20s already.
And I love Dwight York, eh? I love Dwight York.
You can't switch at that stage. In your 20s to change teams? Nah. Anybody who changes teams in the 20s is not a real fan of any sport.
Anyway, say that again. Any fan who what?
Any who switches teams in their 20s is not a real fan of that sport.
I will agree 1,000,000%. Yes, you're not leaving the
team
team.
You picked when you were 7 years old, you didn't know anything, is a team that you stick with for all the hard work and all the joy.
For the rest of your life. That is your team.
That's a team.
That's your team.
You don't have a choice in the matter.
There was a time when the Yankees really sucked, and I was flirting with the White Sox.
It's okay to play. It's okay to play. It's okay to play.
I was playing footsies with the White Sox. They wore pinstripes. Hey, we wear pinstripes. They have the socks interlocking SOX, and it looked like an interlocking NY. Their new stadium, at the time, really looked like Yankee Stadium, like old Yankee Stadium. Like, really looked like old Yankee Stadium. And I'm like, these guys stink. I may have to.
Only time, and I won't say,
but I didn't do it.
I wouldn't say that I flirted with them. I had two other teams that I supported, right? AC Milan in the.
You had a romance, a summer romance.
No. Like, so I have my second team. So Liverpool was always my team, but I still do a love affair with AC Milan. I still have that because AC Milan was in the 80s too, really good. But the only other team that I ever had any sort of affinity with was Barcelona. And that Pep Barcelona team in 2008, 2009. Yo, I'll watch that team anytime. Like right now, I'll watch that team play. But I never gave up Liverpool for them. Never say that's my team.
And I understand why, because at the point Liverpool was at not their highest point. They were in
trouble.
In the midst of their 30-year without a win period. They were within that.
But Barcelona played a brand of football that was just pleasing to the eye, and not a lot of black players. Many black players.
They had like two black players because they had Abidal, but in that they had Eto'o. In that 2008, they had Samuel Eto'o, a Cameroonian, and I don't even think Abidal was there yet. I don't think Seydou Keita was there.
Yeah.
I think Yaya Toure was there though. I think Yaya Toure was there.
Yaya Toure was on that team.
Yaya Toure was there. Where he from? He from I think
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast, yeah, another African.
So that racial dynamic part of it was a very interesting piece. But it's just like you always just knew that Arsenal has that base of support there that's there.
Do they ever get flack for that?
I've never seen it.
I heard the stories of Thierry Henry with the getting spit on and stuff. I've heard of that. I know those stories.
Yeah, that's it. But I'll tell you what happened though. Not on the field, not for playing, but the pushback against Arsenal Fan TV, I believe was Reece driving it.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah,
because they, as you said, the biggest and is mostly black. Like they have white people, but they are in the minority. It's a mostly black-based podcast show. Anything,
and the elites and not just in London, the elites in media, Sky Sports, Talk Sport, they were losing numbers because Arsenal Fan TV and Arsenal driven content was drawing the crowds. Like we used to tune in to watch them. Because win or lose, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be entertaining. Mostly when they lose. When they lose, it's heaven. Man losing the shit.
It sounds like Arsenal should be. At the end of the day, I just wanted to do this because I wanted to talk smack about Arsenal. This sounds like Arsenal should be the team of teams. Like you have everything
in your favor.
You check all the boxes. Like we should
everything.
And my understanding is from y'all stink. Well, you don't stink.
No, they don't stink, but they think they're better than they are.
I was about to say, you're not as good as you are.
They were that good, but right now they're not until they win. They're like it'll always be you are who you are until you're not. So until they win either the Premier League or the Champions League, which they've never won. They lost to Barcelona in 2006 Champions League final. Let's put that out there.
I see what you did there, sir.
They've never won.
Well,
unless you win either one of those two things, they are who they are until they're not.
So wait, question, strain a bit, right? No, it's not like they have never won anything, right? Even in the times of when, because Arsenal has 13 league titles.
Yeah,
they have the second most right now. It's 20. Liverpool and Manchester United.
Third. Second most behind, both the tie, right.
Second most, right? Because the tie, there's a tie on top.
I mentally think that Liverpool already won 21. That's what happened.
So right now they are about to be the third. They're about to be third.
That's why I said that.
Thank you. We ain't used this yet. I'm gonna give you a little bit more. I get to use it. So it's not and they have numerous at the time when Manchester United was dominating. Arsenal was the first people to like, yo, we here.
Yeah.
They were the first to say, hey, they went toe to toe with Manchester United.
Right? In the 2000s, the rivalry was Arsenal Man U.
Yeah, it was big, and they stood up and they
That was the
represented.
game. That was the game you have to watch.
You have to watch
You don't miss
Manchester
that
United playing Arsenal. That was the game to watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that time, so let's say just before that time and around the time Arsene Wenger came around, Champions League wasn't as big as it is now. So it wasn't a big deal that they didn't win Champions League. It wasn't a big deal because the real thing in England was the league. You have to win the league, right? So I'm saying all that to pose this question. Is it that Arsenal is who they are until they are not, or Arteta is who he is until he's not?
I'm going to ask a very ignorant question. Who is that?
Right. Arteta is the coach, the current coach.
Okay. Well,
He's also a former Arsenal player.
Former Arsenal player. Played
When
under
did he-
Arsene Wenger.
I have the answer. But I need some clarity. When did he play? During what era?
The era when they were good. Well,
Good.
no.
They were when the decline started.
Yeah, he was in that era. He
He was in
wasn't.
that era when the decline
Yeah.
started.
Was that
Not
his peak?
fault. Huh?
Was his peak during
Yeah.
that decline?
Yeah.
So he don't know any better.
Well, he was an assistant coach at Manchester City under Pep
While they were winning.
while they were winning.
While
So
Man
he
City
knows
was
winning.
Yeah,
He knows winning.
as an assistant coach.
Hold on. There's a reason for that too. I don't have an answer for it. That era is bad, so I'm not going to say nothing. Just keep going. But there's an answer in there.
So
It's
I-
like Jason Witten coaching the Cowboys.
oh,
Jason, what are you going to teach me about winning?
right.
You
It's
haven't
like-
won anything.
Wait, Tony Romo's head coaching the Cowboys. Tony, what are you going to teach me about winning?
But remember, every coach at a point in time
Yeah.
didn't know about winning.
Yes, but they learned early at some point. No?
How long do you get before you okay, like nah, this guy's a loser. So,
I'm going to name
how
a
long do you
name.
get?
Yeah, I'm going to name a name, and I'm going to give you a guy who, this is a very unpopular opinion, but I don't think he's a great coach in basketball. Doc Rivers. I think that
You might be. I agree.
Cross
I
your
think
arms.
he is going
your
off of that
eyes.
one win.
Think about it.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm on that boat.
He had, okay, now there's a asterisk to put to this, but I'm going to use the argument. There was a year when he was coaching the Clippers that they were up 3-1, I believe, in the conference finals, or at least in the second round. It was the year, one of the years Golden State, just within this decade, it was one of the years where Golden State was hot. And LA was up 3-1, blew the series. And that started getting me thinking, yo, this Doc dude, I don't know. When Donald Sterling got caught up in his mess and the Clippers threw off their jerseys, you're supposed to take that energy and run through your team. They lost that series too.
No. I think there's an asterisk next to that point.
Why? Because you think they blew it?
It's the Clippers.
Gang, you got to my, and this was going to be my bottom line, but I struggle at the end of the day. Does he stink or is it the Clippers? I don't know.
So, but you see, but the point with Doc Rivers
Everywhere
is
else he went,
the same thing happened.
yeah,
Except
it's like
the Celtics. So, but the Celtics team you couldn't lose.
You couldn't lose with that. You had the big three. You couldn't lose with that team. But then he took his show to Philly after the Clippers. And they got
What
bumped
happened?
in the they were getting bumped in the playoffs again. Second round. They couldn't get past. I think.
I am with you.
But let me
There's
ask you this though:
Mhm.
whoever called him great?
I think there was talk about
He
him.
keeps getting work with teams that are in title contention.
He's in Milwaukee now, and I'm going.
He keeps
Are they
getting
any
work
better?
with teams that like he's not going to like some side that's not good. He's going to teams who saying, right, we want to win the NBA title. Let's get Doc Rivers.
Let's get Doc.
Yeah.
And it's like
No,
second
bro.
round.
Every time.
But let me throw the question a different way now. he is basing, so he's getting work based on that, right? Okay, he won that title, he's getting work on that, right? What is he? What are we? How are we making the comparisons, Jordy, with Mikel Arteta?
He won an FA Cup,
but he came mid-season. So Lamar, think about it as though whoever it is gets fired just before the playoffs, and you hire a coach in the playoffs, and he wins the NBA championship.
and he never wins ever again since then.
Never wins again.
Whose team was that? Who did you win with? What happened there?
Exactly. It wasn't his team.
Arteta, so he won an FA Cup with Arsenal when he just arrived,
but it wasn't his team.
And he has built his team since. He has spent the most money. He has spent over $1 billion in players, and he has nothing to show for it. No trophies. Out of the 4 trophies that he challenge for every year, he has won. He's won none in the past. How much years? It's like 7 years he's been there. 6.
I lost track. Which coach are we talking about again? I lost track.
Arsenal coach.
Okay.
What's your break, boy?
You broke something.
I thought it broke.
Where's the child? Where's the child?
It didn't. It's not broken.
That'd have been bad. Save the drink. Save the drink. At all costs. I don't care how silly you look on camera. Save the drink.
But I think the to wrap it up, I think the point about Arsenal's culture, and how black the diaspora identifies with them so easily. However, it's not the same with US culture. In terms of Spike Lee is the first black American I've heard of who supporting Arsenal.
Well, it's not our sport out here. Soccer's not.
No. But I'm talking about the other players support other teams. The other black celebrities support other teams.
Oh, okay. You're saying that. Okay. The
Spike Lee is the first I've ever heard of a black person in America supporting Arsenal.
Understood. The following that they have in Africa and the UK is not following that.
I should have more. I sure if I Google now, I could find black US supporters.
You can find, yeah. Let's ask Dave. Ask Dave somebody.
Ask Dave.
Yeah. So
Dave.
Yeah, but I think it's something we could explore a little more.
Is that a Freudian slip? Talking about Arsenal exploiting our people.
I plead the fifth.
If Arsenal has a jersey with a dude with an afro, I'm fighting. I'm fighting him. I'm going to London and I'm fighting him.
That could actually work. That could actually work. But I think we should come back at this because I think we'll talk about it a bit too when we talk about that thing you want to talk about with teams, how clubs are basically assigned to a city.
Yeah.
And that relationship is stuck there. You can't move and go anywhere. So I think that's a good topic that we'll explore.
And then I think we could icing on the cake it with.
I found two. Jamie Foxx and Jay-Z.
Jamie Foxx and Jay-Z. Jamie Foxx
Arsenal supporters.
He likes Barcelona though. He likes Barcelona too.
Hey, those Americans are not loyal to any sports team. They support who is hot. They wear the gear and it's trendy. And one thing the guy said in the video, he's like, Arsenal is cool. And they do mark themselves cool. Like they do, like their announcement videos for their players is always like top tier. Like I watch these videos, I'm like, damn, if I was an Arsenal supporter, I hyped for this player. I hyped for this team now.
Top tier for third place. Nice.
Because they are Arsenal.
Because they're Arsenal.
Because they're Arsenal.
They do just about everything right, except with. Like they do everything right. The Knicks.
That's the New York Arsenal. No. The New York Knicks of Arsenal. Or should I say the Dallas Cowboys of Arsenal? I'm trying to think of a way to fuse all three.
The Dallas Cowboys of London. Really?
The New York Cowboys of Arsenal. Bam.
All right. So he basically fusing the Knicks, Arsenal, and the Cowboys.
We're gonna merge. Sorry, we're gonna merge them all in with Mitch Green.
By the end of this,
Mitch Green is the coach.
Yes, Mitch Green is the coach. Yes,
we're not calling Mitch Green Arteta. We're not giving Arteta that. We're not doing that. So I think we'll be coming back to this.
Mike Cicely Tyson.
So, idiot of the week. We have a good one.
Yeah, this one it was a no-brainer. He won with flying colors.
Do we need a drum roll for this one?
I don't even think so. I think they should already know who's the idiot of the week.
Who, me? Who, me? What did I do? I only bit him.
No, he didn't bite. He didn't bite.
No,
he spat.
I only spit on him. That's what. Wait.
Yeah, he spit at the supporter of one of the staff members of Sounders FC. So first he grabbed the neck of one of the players in an argument. Right, he grabbed the neck, and then when the staffer came and they were arguing, he spit at him. I don't know if he spit on him, spit at him.
You know, I laugh.
But some spit went in the direction.
He's saying, "I did not know I couldn't do that."
I'm sorry, I did not know I can. Well, now you know.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
You know, we should talk as we got Inter Miami and Idiot of the Week. We also should mention Javier Mascherano about 2 weeks ago. Did you see that incident where he got a red card?
No, I did not. I don't watch. I'ma just say it. Hold on, I'ma say it. I don't follow any football team that wears pink. Boom.
That's fine. I just saw that this was hilarious on Twitter.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Lamar, you're supposed to back me up on that.
Wait a minute. On what? Football players wearing pink?
No,
the whole
no
team
that
wears
pink.
pink.
Yeah.
That's their uniform.
This is Inter Miami, right? MLS?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't want to support any team that wears
I
pink.
can't take them serious.
So,
my team has one pink. Real Madrid has one pink.
It's okay if you're wearing pink, let's say as a kit.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
a third kit or something, or on occasion, or what, breast cancer week, whatever.
Yeah.
breast cancer month, whatever. You wear pink on occasions. But you can't tell me I'm going to buy an Inter Miami shirt and their main kit is pink.
Yeah.
Nah,
you'd be surprised how many people walking around with pink or black.
Yes, because Messi play with them. Yeah, but I don't. No.
There's too much pink in theirs.
Like their net is pink, the stadium is pink.
But you know where the pink comes from? It's Miami. It's the Flamingos.
Oh, I actually didn't know the reason. I just thought they just chose pink because no one else.
I just made that deduction. No one told me this. I didn't look it up. But I figured it's Miami. No one told me this. In my head, you know what I'm doing in my head right now is you're talking about Inter. I swear to you. In my head, I'm thinking Miami, and I'm thinking Miami Vice, and I'm thinking the intro to Miami Vice, and I remember the Flamingos, and I was like, oh, that's why they wear pink. The Flamingos. There you go. So, see how my mind works?
You know what? I think that's what we go with that until someone says differently. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Richard.
So to answer your question, no, I did not see what Javier Mascherano did because I don't care what they do. I don't. I don't because they wear pink.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm standing on business.
This was funny because it happened in real time. So he gets a red card. When you get a red card, you have to leave the stadium. You will not leave it. You have to leave the game. You have to go down to the dressing room. You're not supposed to be interacting with any of the staff members, players, whatever. So players and coaches could get red carded, right? So Javier Mascherano gets a red card. He says, okay. He doesn't leave. He doesn't go to the dressing room. He goes to the stands, right? All right, he goes into the stand. then the camera sees him on the phone. And on the phone, he's very animated on the phone, and he's pulling the
He's
phone
not
and yelling
talking
at
to
the phone, and it's like,
He's not
wow.
talking to his wife. He's definitely not talking to his wife or his kids.
So the guys in the commentary, they were like, I wonder who he's talking to like that. And then someone was like, there's no way he's talking to the coach, the assistant coach right now, right? And then immediately the camera pans to the assistant coach, and he has his phone in his hand loudspeaker. So he goes to the stands and he says, I'm not done coaching yet. I'll just coach from the stands. I'll just coach from it. So he's on the phone talking to the assistant coach, Carl, with him for the remainder of the game, right? And then basically after the game, they asked him about it. He's like, well, essentially, I didn't know I could do that. Like, there's no rule saying that I can't do that. So I didn't know I couldn't do that.
You know why that happened? You know why that happened? You know why that
Can I wear
happened?
pink?
Because they wear pink.
Because they wear pink.
Because they wear pink.
How you not know that you can't spit on somebody?
Okay.
I don't know.
That one he does. He does do that.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. It depends on what the other player did.
What if he said what if he said something about his mother?
What if he said
something
something about my
about
mother?
mama?
What if he said,
I
yo,
think
you want to
that's
get me spit? He said, I bet you can't spit as far as me. Watch.
He said, you go first. You go first.
You go first. All right.
Like, hey, this guy spit. Hey. This guy spit in the air.
No, because you know what? Because that's what happens. A lot of things happen in the games, right? Especially with the South American players. They bait you into reacting. And so I'm going to stand behind you and pinch you and squeeze you. And then when you pinch me, I turn around and hit you a punch. What do we see? We see the punch.
We see the retaliation. Yeah.
We see the retaliation. Yeah. So it might have been a spitting competition.
I see how y'all play. I see World Cups and y'all be acting like
it's not a 0%. It's not a 0% possibility.
Shit.
Yeah, it may have been a spitting competition going wrong. Mm-hmm. So you know what? Let's put an asterisk on this one until we do have more information.
Let's put a pin on this
one.
We
should mention he got a 6-match ban in the Leagues Cup. That's the competition where it happening. So it wasn't the actual MLS. It was the Leagues Cup. That's like a cup competition for US teams. So he has a 6-match ban there, and then he also has a 3-match ban in the MLS.
Yeah. Okay.
So
because they wear pink,
and they also lost that final 3-0, so they were a bit upset.
Yo, you know who went to that game, Lamar?
Yeah.
Kev.
He went?
Did he?
Yeah. Kev went to that game. No, not our Kev. Your Kev.
My Kev.
Your Kev, yeah.
Yeah.
He texted me. He said like, Messi can't match with these Sounders boys.
That is so Kev. I can hear that.
Messi don't mess with these Sounders boys.
Messi can't play with these Sounders, Rich.
Messi can't play with these Sounders boys. We roll heavy or something to that effect. Yeah. So all right. So Luis Suarez, idiot of the week. I think it's hands down. We almost gave it to Poch until we remember. Oh shoot. Yeah, it's actually Suarez. So hopefully now, as he's older, he'll learn from this one, but I doubt very much. I think he'll be playing in Uruguay after this, and he's going to bite somebody home. That's what he does. That's what he knows. So, Lamar.
It is what it is.
This comes up.
Yes. So, literally this happened this morning, today. I'm running through my phone or I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and I get a notification from Bleacher Report. And I set it up to get my notifications and their Yankee stuff and their New York Giants stuff and their St. John stuff. And there's no Liverpool stuff, no EPL stuff, no soccer stuff. But I get a notification this morning that Liverpool has new unis. And I was like, why? Why am I getting this? What is this? And I was reminded, well, my phone is listening to me. Okay, I'm talking too much about this, but that happened. And then I talked to bro over here, and I'm like, "What is that about?" And apparently, this is a thing. You like announce in sports, they announce uniforms all the time, right? Uniforms get announced all the time. Football jerseys, basketball jerseys, that gets announced all the time. But this, Richard, is a thing, as I'm understanding, because as you were explaining to me, they change uniforms every year. Now, this is their alternate jerseys, not their home, not their road, but their alternate jerseys, right?
So in the culture, I think it's pretty much the same thing in Spain too. I think most of the big European countries. So you have the design on your uniforms change every year. So each year you get a new uniform, a new design on your uniform. What stays constant is your solid colors, your home color. So Liverpool is all red. Barcelona is the purple and red. Real Madrid is white.
No, blue and red.
Blue and red.
Red.
Manchester United, red and black. Chelsea, all blue. Manchester City, sky blue, etc. That stays, right? What changes every year is first your away kit. So you have a and we call it kits here, not uniform. We call it kits. Your away uniform that changes color every year, right? So 1 year it might be white, 1 year it might be black, whatever your color you choose to use that year, right? But what I know, if all teams have this, but I know definitely bigger teams do, they have a third kit. That is in the event, as you will know when Liverpool play Burnley on Sunday, that there is red in Burnley's kit and there is white in Burnley's kit. Liverpool's second uniform is white. So they have a third kit in the event of that situation happens with two teams, and that is
any clashes.
Any clashes is the green. But the bigger point to it is, in our culture, every year there is an alteration to the uniform. So as you could buy one Jan shirt with whoever it is, the same jersey from 4 years ago is the same jersey now.
Yep.
Nah, it's 4 different kits with some design alteration every season.
Is this just a marketing thing?
It is. It's a huge money-making business.
It's revenue, man. It's revenue.
It's a huge money-making business. Money. So, like, think about it this way. Every year, you have to get a new kit because the kit is different. You can't be wearing last season. The design is different. You'll be like, oh, I like this design more than last year. So, and then now there are 3 kits to get. So, think about every year you getting somebody to come and buy 3 kits from you. Different variations, different colors. It's like, yeah. It's a big money-making business.
Okay. But now your main uniform, if you just said right, your main uniform changes a little bit too from time to time.
Alteration.
Yeah.
The design condition. Alteration, the design. So you may have this year might be a strip coming across this way.
Find something so you could see all like
a slide coming down this way. You may have something, a different form of a different 1 year you might go retro. In terms of you have the design that was in the 60s. So you have a retro shirt. You may have that. But the colors, the basic colors stays the same. What changes is the immediate away kit and the third kit. That will change.
The immediate away kit and the third
away kit, right? And the third kit. Those colors change every year. So those colors change all the time.
Okay.
But your home kit, the colors stay the same.
Okay.
Totally different from what you guys know.
Yes, because what we know is based on the tradition of. So, like, Yankee uniforms just don't change, right? Red Sox have actually an alternate jersey that's green as well. Don't Red Sox and Liverpool Don't they have the same?
But that had
owners?
nothing to do with. But that had nothing to do with it. It's same owners, but that had nothing to do with it. The green has
No,
nothing to do with it.
And I just misspoke. Their jerseys aren't green; they're yellow. So the
We have
Red
yellow.
Sox.
We have a yellow away kit too. Well, not this season, but we have played yellow too.
Mm-hmm.
Not this season, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
especially for the home uniforms, it's really. I want to say the mediocre teams are probably quicker to change their uniforms, right? Because if you're a successful club, you're going to keep everything as is. Yankees aren't changing their uniforms. Cubs aren't changing their uniforms.
No, but nobody changes the uniform. The uniform doesn't change.
The Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox, Cleveland Guardians and the Chicago White Sox changed their uniforms like all
you
the
said
time.
you said a bad word. You said Indians. You're gonna get us canceled.
No, I said the Cleveland, which, by the way, is the greatest baseball movie ever, Major League, based on the Cleveland Indians. One of the greatest movies ever.
I'll check it out.
Oh, it was great. You gotta watch Major League. It's brilliant. Brilliant.
So yeah, so so you look at and you could call a team like we call the big teams all the time, the Liverpool, the cities, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Their home kits were the same from now Liverpool's first uniform was blue.
Okay.
Liverpool was first blue.
How do we get the red?
Because Liverpool and Everton was one team.
Okay.
And there was a breakaway.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool went to red.
And
And
Everton
stayed.
remain as blue.
They remain as blue,
Mm-hmm.
right? But every team, like whatever uniform they started with, like that's what it is. It's still there. That never changed. All you have that changed from then to now is the design on the shirt itself. So it's a real big revenue stream for us. And again, just as how we would as how you would have big selling jerseys when certain players come in. So it'll be interesting to see like how what's his name with the Lakers now?
Luka
jersey selling more than LeBron's shirt.
Yeah.
Let's see how much that continues. Because you already bought the shirt. Are people gonna buy 2-3 shirts? But in 4 years' time, if I like Salah and I could afford it, I would buy every Salah shirt every year that comes out.
Would you really?
Because it's a new shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, you wanna be in.
But why can't I wear it? Okay, so if I still, this is 2025. If I still have my 2018,
Yeah, you can wear it.
I can still wear
Yeah,
it.
you can wear it. Yeah.
You're not part of the cool club.
I ain't got
Because
money like that. How much these jerseys run?
Like for at least in TT like $400, $450,
But they're expensive.
500.
All right, so that's like
Yeah.
$75 US, right?
They are Christmas gifts.
Oh, okay.
They be Christmas gifts for kids. A kid will ask for a kit for Christmas.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's that big. It's that big.
Mhm.
So you will spend that money on that kit,
Mm-hmm.
and you will spend it every year because especially see this season with Liverpool changed sponsors, so it's a whole new design with the same red, a whole different design. It's really a really nice kit they have now. Everybody's gonna get it. Brand new kit.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, new kit.
Personally, why
Say that part again, Jordan.
I said personally, I really like Barcelona, the changes in the kit because it's much more. You could see much more of a difference than let's say even a Liverpool. Like if you hold up 10 Liverpool jerseys for the past 10 years, you would see slight variations in them. The color would remain solid. It would be that solid red, but you'd see variations in like the color, the sleeves, whatever. But with Barcelona, our usual is blue and red stripes. And they play around a lot with that. Once it's blue and once it's red, they do all kind of crazy designs. So like every year it's a very different shirt from the year before. So that kind of fuels the need to want to get, hey, look, there's a new design. I want this one.
Do y'all remember the ugliest jersey you have ever seen from a soccer club ever in your life?
Manchester United had
Yeah.
a couple years ago. I think it was pink.
Even your pink.
I
Now,
think you have something against the color pink.
no,
You
no,
have
no,
something
no.
against the color pink.
I do have something against the pink, yes, but it wasn't because of the pink. I can't.
Okay.
You know what? I will look at a couple of those. I'll find a couple of those. We'll share them coming on of some ugly. Yo, there's some ugly ones out there, man. They had a zebra color too. Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, that one was bad.
This
That one was
right.
bad. No, oh,
Yeah.
we had a really bad one. We had one that they tried to mimic the badge, our club badge, with the colors. So you see, our club badge with the England plus sign, whatever. Then the Catalan black, yellow and red, and it was bad. It was probably one of the ugliest looking shirts we've ever done.
I saw, well, in the 70s, I saw an old video of the old Cleveland Indians uniform, and it was blood red. Red top, red bottom, black and white stripe down here. It said Cleveland on top, and it had it in some type of font that I don't even think it's on Microsoft Word. It was some font that they used. And that jersey that outfit, that fit, must have stayed on with them for about another 3-4 years. And that is only second to the ugliest baseball uniform I've ever seen. The 78 White Sox. And their jerseys had collars, had a legit collar,
Mhm.
and they played in shorts.
What?
Yes. I wish I would have told you this earlier so you could pull up the picture. I wish we had this conversation to discuss.
See if you could pull it up really quick and send it. I'd love to see that short.
The
But while they're looking at
Chicago-
it, check this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what Jordan was talking about with
Hold on,
Barcelona.
let me look up. I'm off the screen. Hold up. I wanna.
But
You go ahead and talk. Yeah.
check what he was talking about. The main colors stay. Oh, you know what I'd really like? The checkered one. The checkered one.
That one has bad
Ooh.
memory.
Yo, these look like you colorblind, and the reds are a little faded, and the blues are a little faded.
Yeah, the shade of it might change every year, but essentially it usually is a vertical stripe, and they play around with it. Only 2 years in these you can see that they kind of veered away from it. The checkered print, and in 2015, 2016 when they did horizontal lines. That was probably the only 2 years where they didn't do vertical lines. But usually, they play around with that a lot.
So the checker didn't go well.
No,
I'm
it
trying
didn't
to
go.
find a picture. Hold up, I got one here.
I know why you like the
Send it
checkered.
really quick.
I know why you like the checkered.
Wait, what year was he checkered? Oh, I like checkered.
Oh,
I didn't remember that. But remember, you didn't play us in the check. Or you play us over there in the checker. When you play, did you play home in pink?
No.
Was in yellow when you came. Oh,
It was
what
that
color you
year.
played in?
We wore. No, it was a green. It was a green. It was a lime green.
You played in Liverpool?
It was a light green.
Oh
a
yes,
lime green.
lime green.
Yeah.
Green.
Mhm.
Green. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was.
I remember the checkered because the checkered was when he scored the free kick, and Allison couldn't touch it. I remember that year was one of his best individual years as a player. Like he did everything. We did not have a team. We had Messi or bust, and you saw that in Liverpool. He didn't even have a bad game. If he wasn't playing at 10 out of 10 for anything in that year, we wouldn't win anything. And the one game we didn't play 10 out of 10, yeah,
all right.
lost
So,
1-0.
forget the violin. I think we need a drum roll for this one.
hold up.
We need a drum roll for this one, Jody. Somebody give me a drum roll.
I ain't rolling the drum. I ain't doing it.
Look at that bad boy.
Oh,
Look at that bad boy. I sent you another one just to confirm for the viewing public that this is not an error. They sat in the Madison or in Chicago. They sat in the Sears building wherever and said, "I want this."
Where's the other one? You didn't send the other one yet?
I didn't send it. I thought I sent it. Check your thing. I thought I sent it.
Did they?
No, you didn't.
Did they win anything with it?
Oh.
No, they're the White Sox.
Okay.
They stink.
Oh my God. This
Look
is
at that
terrible.
one. Go ahead. Here we go.
Oh my God, Jordan, this is.
This was
you
real.
flirted with supporting this team?
Not at that time. This is the late 70s. When I was into them, they were like 90, 91, 92. They were good. Collar, you thought I
The
was
colors look horrible.
And look at the
No,
shorts. Now I know you guys
shorts,
wear shorts. You guys wear shorts, obviously, but it's different. It's baseball. What is that?
Yeah, it's different.
So wait.
Oh.
You remember that season?
This season right here?
Yeah, you remember that
No,
season?
I've
you old
seen-
enough to remember?
I've seen this on clips. I've seen pictures. I've seen footage. I would have been like 3-4 years old.
I wonder, like, okay, so because even in like April, it gets a little chilly. It's a little chilly coming in, and then if they make the playoffs, September is a little chilly. What happened then? What was going on?
I'm gonna take it a step further.
I think
It rains from time to time.
It rains from time to time.
Oh wow!
Yes, and again, you guys
Play, yeah.
This is
They play in any weather. They played any weather in cold,
it's baseball.
hot,
It's
rain.
different. Put on some pants.
Yeah.
So wait, has anyone worn shorts before or after?
They were the first and the last. And the last. The night, I think. Don't quote me on this, but I think so. This is. I want to say this is 78. I want to say. Oh, I've seen clips of this again. I was 3. Opening day 78. Reggie Jackson had a candy bar, the Reggie bar, arguably the greatest candy bar in the history of candy bars. He hits a home run and they throw all the Reggie bars onto the field, but they play the White Sox. And the running joke was like, it's opening day and we're launching these White Sox unis on the same day that we're putting up the Yankee World Series pennant.
Mm-hmm.
And the announcers are like, if this energy could be parlayed into words during a TV game, that's what the announcers are doing. It was just like, okay, all right.
I think that's
That's what y'all doing. All right.
We call that failure dread. That is failure dread. that's failure dread. Yeah, but I think we gotta come back to one at a time. We'll find ugly uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
We'll share some because we have some really ugly ones.
We have to share from our own teams, and then we'll find the real ugly ones.
And
I probably could find a really ugly one from
I could find an ugly Yankee uniform
back in the 70s.
I don't think I could find out. Yeah, Liverpool had some. I don't remember them offhand, but I think we had a
find one.
We had an ugly green one time, dude. No, there's a fluorescent. There's a weird one we wear. I remember, like, this is not a uniform, but we had a because you know when you go to the big, like, Super Bowl, Lama.
Yeah.
You go to the Super Bowl and the team comes in their suits and whatever so forth. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Liverpool had some white suits one year.
Ew.
Some cream suits. Yeah.
Who dressed them? How dreadful. Why would they do that?
It didn't look good. And they lost, of course. So, all right, guys. Wrap up time. And you know how we wrap up.
Hey, Jordan, he was right. I don't know if he won, but he did something. I forget the joke, but it was like, you got it. Oh, he got it right. That's what it was. He did. He got it right.
But no, I think my own was better. I think we both said yours was the worst because you had to explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't think you won outright.
As the two-time defending champion, I go last.
I think I need to.
You two should play rock paper scissors and see Rock, paper,
All right,
scissors.
Jordan, hit it.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Scissors. Says shoot. Fudge. Scissors beach. All right, you got it. All right, paper. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Wait, you go first.
You
I go first because I lost, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here
No,
we
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I think this is something that if Jordan was slick, you can use it because there's a delay, right? So I'm gonna...
I don't think there was a delay. I peeped that too. I ain't gonna say nothing.
There was some sort of delay, but I don't think I could have been fast enough.
I'm just gonna say the audio and the video have been perfect for the last hour and 29 minutes and 48 seconds, and all of a sudden there's a 10-second delay. How convenient. Here we go. All right, so I'm first. Here we go. My wife asked me if I was the only one that she'd ever been with. She responded, no, she's had some 9s and 10s.
Oh,
That's the bar.
I think I have to give a concession speech.
should I change my joke? Should I
Yeah, you
change
can
my
change your joke, but I think you're giving a consistent speech today.
All right, I'll go next. What do you what do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
Voulez-nous nos feet? Voulez-nous nos feet?
What, Jordan? What?
Philippe Falop.
Say it again?
Philippe Falop.
I ain't hear it. Say it one more time.
Philippe
I don't think you want to hear it.
Falop. Philippe Falop.
Philly pay full out. The hell he saying?
Yeah, keep saying Philippe Falop. Philippe
Philly
Falop.
full out. Okay.
Philippe Falop. Philippe Falop.
Philly
Flip flop. Flip flop. Flip flop.
I get it.
All right. I'm gonna pull out a big gun for this one.
He said pull out.
What do you call a cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese.
Yeah, that's an automatic loss. When someone gets it, automatic lose. So I know at least I came second.
I know I came first today, and I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah. That's yours.
Okay, so the running score is 2-1 for Monty. Jordan, you ain't win none yet, boss. So,
No, I think I have been really good. You all have just not, not on the level that I'm.
It doesn't matter what you think. Stats don't lie, man. Look at the data. Look at the sheet.
I think last week was mine. We need to run it back.
Yeah,
we need to check the footage.
Last week
We'll call VAR.
Last
We'll
week
call VAR.
We won't call VAR
We'll call it VAR.
We call him VAR for jokes.
Yeah, we gotta check the footage.
I think we may have to. That might be a good idea. Yes.
Yeah.
Or what
Johnny,
about?
you forgot to do something, man.
I didn't forget. I was waiting till the end.
Well, we
after
ended
we do
now.
our dad joke. So everyone, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you're on YouTube. Make sure and follow if you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Make sure and like, and make sure and share. Share. Make sure you have all your friends and family watching. The next biggest thing in football.
I opened an account on MySpace, so for people of my age, it's actually going very well.
You just trying to be friends with Justin Timberlake.
Wait, is MySpace you gonna run it?
Yes, Justin Timberlake bought it and he's running it.
Wait, what?
You don't know Justin Timberlake bought MySpace?
No, I didn't hear this. This is news. I didn't hear this.
About 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago.
I have never heard that. Justin Timberlake bought MySpace.
Okay, let me
Do people
ask
still
you.
have accounts on MySpace?
Does he have that one friend that everyone had on that MySpace? The picture of that guy, and he was everyone's MySpace friend.
That was the owner. Tom, yeah.
Tom.
Everyone was friends with Tom.
Yes, everyone had that.
He
picture.
had at least one friend. At least one friend.
Hey Dave, did Justin Timberlake buy MySpace?
actually did get involved with MySpace back in the day. It was around 2011. Justin Timberlake teamed up with a digital ad company called Specific Media, and together they bought MySpace. So he didn't buy it all by himself, but he definitely had a hand in it.
I have a question.
Me have an answer.
I may have your question, Jordan, but you ask it.
Dave sounds like he wears pink.
Yeah,
I was supposed to ask this last week. But it just came up again. I find Dave sounding like he.
They were Spanx. They were Kev said they were Spanx. Yes, Kev. I heard it too. And I was like, I gave it my dog look. I just told him, wait, what? Wait, what?
I'm gonna send Dave to the gym next week.
No, he got to do the gym. He got to drink some hot sauce or something.
Yeah.
No, he should gargle rocks.
He is what?
Gargle rocks.
I like that.
Oh,
Gargle rocks. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell somebody do that. Go gargle some rocks. I'm gonna tell somebody that. All right, guys.
Good news.
I think that, yes. What you got?
96 minutes. We didn't do 85, but we did 96.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We have nothing to
if
cut out.
We did better.
So we stuck with this.
If it was a golf score, you'd take that score. You would take a 96.
Me? I want to be like Tiger.
You would take a 96.
Yeah, I'll take a 96. So, but why should I aim for higher? We on the same field, we play the same game, we have the same equipment. Why can't I hit a 62?
We going back to
same
this?
24 hours in the day. The same
24 hours in the day.
Oh
You still have to
Yeah,
put on your pants one leg at a time.
Yeah. What's stopping you from being Messi? Let's be honest. What's
Messi.
stopping you right now from being Messi?
About 130 pounds.
Messi.
Messi.
It could be Messi. Messi
And
exists.
Messi's-
I can't be Messi.
Messi's
what
like
it is.
170. Do the math.
Nah, Messi less than 170. I'm pretty sure he's less than 170. So
Messi's like what?
Even-
5'5"? 5'6"? How tall Messi is?
I think
Mhm.
5'7". So anyway, boys
Yes.
and girls, thank you for tuning in to the world's greatest podcast. Getting there. Don't forget, as you said, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace,
Outside
y'all.
on the bones.
Peace
We out.
out.